Have you ever heard of a rain so strange that it looked like blood pouring from the sky? A rain that stained clothes red, colored rooftops crimson, and terrified thousands? This isn't a scene from a horror movie. It's a real event that happened in the Indian state of Kerala in 2001. Scientists, religious leaders, and conspiracy theorists all struggled to explain it. And years later, in the 2010s, the phenomenon was revisited, revealing new, fascinating truths. Today we dive deep into one of Earth's most mysterious natural events, the blood rain of Kerala. It all started on July 25th, 2001. In the quiet town of Changanassery, Kerala locals looked up at the sky as the rain began to fall. But what they saw left them speechless. The raindrops weren't clear, they were deep red, as if the heavens had opened with liquid blood. Trees, walls, and clothes were splattered in crimson stains. At first, people thought it was dust or pollution, but as reports spread, so did panic. Over the next 2 months, red rain was reported in several districts. Kottayam, Idukki, Ernakulam and beyond. Sometimes, the rain fell in a small isolated area, while just a few meters away, normal clear rain continued. Fear spread quickly. Many locals believed it was a pantam bad omen, or even divine punishment. Some linked it to the death of a local spiritual leader. Others believed it was the end of days. But scientists were equally puzzled. India's meteorological department was flooded with calls. So, the government launched an investigation led by the Centre for Earth Science Studies, CESM, in Kerala. Early theories emerged. Was it due to desert dust and blown from Arabia? Could it be industrial pollution? Or was there something biological hidden in those red drops? Researchers collected rainwater samples from affected regions. When they filtered the water, they found millions of tiny red particles suspended within it. Under a microscope, these particles looked like cocktails too, and round oval, and sometimes clustered together, but strangely, they weren't behaving like typical dust or sand. Tests showed no sign of iron or rust, which ruled out desert dust. What could these microscopic red cells be? In early 2006, 2 Indian researchers, Godfrey Lewis and Santosh Kumar from Mahatma Gandhi University, published a controversial paper suggesting something extraordinary. That these particles might be extraterrestrial microbes, life forms from outer space that entered Earth's atmosphere through a Puikshono meteor explosion. The idea shook the scientific community. According to the researchers, a small meteor might have exploded in the skies over Kerala shortly before the red rain began. The red particles could have been microscopic life forms traveling on that meteor. A concept known as panspermia, the idea that life can travel through space on comets or meteorites. Even more shocking, when tested, the particles appeared to lack DNA. This led some to claim these were living cells, unlike anything on Earth. Headlines around the world picked up the story. Alien cells fall over India? Blood rain from outer space. But as exciting as it sounded, mainstream scientists remained skeptical. Was this truly alien life, or a misunderstood natural phenomenon? A decade later, during the current 2010s, a new wave of research began. More advanced laboratories, better equipment, and fresh perspectives re-examined those same samples, and this time, the mystery started to clear. When scientists carefully removed the red pigment, they discovered something earlier studies had missed. The particles did contain DNA. They were not alien cells, but spores, the reproductive cells of a specific type of deepened and green algae, called Trentipolia annulata. This algae is normally found growing on trees, rocks and wet surfaces, and it produces a naturally bright orange-red pigment. During unusual weather conditions, its spores can get lifted high into the atmosphere by wind, carried over long distances. These spores can mix with rain clouds, and when it rains, they color the water red. That's exactly what happened in Kerala. With this discovery, scientists finally pieced together the puzzle. The blood rain was not blood, not dust, and not alien life. It was caused by millions of airborne algal spores. Those spores likely originated from local forests or nearby regions, carried by monsoon winds. This phenomenon had even been recorded before, in 1882. 1997 and 1997, though not as dramatically as in 2001. The red color was completely natural, yet its appearance, its timing, and the mystery around it made it unforgettable. The blood rain of Kerala reminds us of how mysterious our planet truly is. Even now, many locals recall those days with awe and fear, when nature painted the sky in red. And while the alien theory might sound thrilling, the true story is just as fascinating. A dance of biology, climate and chance, all merging to create something that felt supernatural. The re-studies in the 2010s didn't just solve the mystery, they deepened our respect for nature's complexity. It showed that even the strangest events on Earth often have scientific explanations, if only we look closely enough. So the next time you see red skies at sunset or strange colors in the clouds, remember the story of Kerala's blood rain. Not everything mysterious is from another world. Sometimes the most amazing mysteries are born right here, on our own planet,